Hello, hi. Nice to see you. Welcome to your webinar. Tomorrow we would like to present a school from Boston, Newman School. And I would like to introduce you Melissa and Quinn from the school, and they will give us a short presentation. So you will learn a lot from the school. So if you have any questions in the end, then please feel free to send us in the chat button. Okay, so we can receive some questions, and we are happy to answer you. So, Melissa, can you please go ahead? Shall I start your presentation?
Sure. Yeah. Just say hi quickly.
Okay.
I'm Melissa Bacon, and I'm the Director of Admission here at the Newman School. And this is my fabulous colleague, Quinn Divins. So if you do apply, you will be seeing us again, and we can't wait to tell you more about the school.
Okay, thank you.
So we here at Newman say cor ad cor loquitur, which means heart speaks to heart. This is our motto. Everything we do, our teachers, our students live by this understanding that it is most important in life to be kind, empathetic, and learn how to work together with peers and colleagues. So everything from the curriculum, our sports, our activities, our volunteer service, all has this idea of heart speaking to heart. Just a few facts about the school. We have about 200 students in grades 7 through 12, which in the US is about ages 12 to 18 or 19. We have in those 200 students 16 different languages spoken at home. So that's really fun. A very global international school. And then 14 languages spoken by our teachers. So most of our teachers and students speak at least 2 languages, sometimes 3 or 4. We are in our 75th year of operating the school here in the heart of Boston. It's wonderful for our students, and we will show you a map later, but to be able to live like a university student and be surrounded by lots of fabulous history and art and music in the heart of the city. So we have mostly students from the United States, and they come from 55 different towns around Boston. We have very small class sizes, 6 students to 1 teacher. And then we are also an IB school. So we practice the International Baccalaureate curriculum in grades 7 through 12. So you have the option and the opportunity to get an IB diploma, which will be very helpful for you looking at schools in the US for university, but also across the world. And we also have fun fact, the smallest public library of the city is in our school. So it's very nice and cozy and warm with fireplaces, and students can sit and read and study together. And most of our faculty and our teachers have higher degrees and masters or higher. So as I said, we are in the center of Boston. So when you come and fly into the city, we are about 10 minutes drive from the airport, in the middle of the heart of everything that happens here in Boston, including the financial district, all of the famous universities that you know very well from Boston, and lots of things happening at the school. That is actually our flag there, and we are seeing that right now as we look out our window in the Boston Center. I don't know if you can still see where we are currently, but it is the same view with that flag. So it's really beautiful here. And we also do our sports and our activities in the city and competitions with other schools. We have a very strong university counseling center in the school that will help you find the right university when the time is ready for you to do so. And they will also work with your family on that. So this is the map of Boston. You can see the famous Charles River in the center. The small circle here with the star that says next to Back Bay East in the center of the map is the school. Above that, you can see a circle around Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is better known as MIT. We also have the Boston Public Library with a smaller circle. And then to the right, we have the famous gardens and Boston Common, which is the big park in the middle of Boston. So we are very close. We are also very safe. It is in one of the most well-known and prestigious areas of living in the city. We are very lucky. Our students can walk 5 minutes to the water. This is where we do our rowing for crew, and our sailing team practices there as well. And then we also have different opportunities around the city with sports to play in different fields. We are 10 minutes walk from Boston University. We are also 15-minute walk from Northeastern University. And as you can see, about a 10-15-minute walk from MIT. We have options for dormitory life. The dormitory is 4 minutes down the street from the school, so you can walk to school every morning. They have breakfast and dinner, fabulous food. They can, if you have any allergies or problems, they can make food for you, no problem. They also offer 2 beds, up to 3 or 4 beds in each room. There are students that dorm. We have 25 beds, so students from the US and also from other countries all around the world, like Spain, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and then England, the UK. We have students coming next year as well. There are spaces where you can have study practice time with other students. You can also sit down and play cards or watch a movie together. It's a beautiful old building in the middle of the city, as you can see in the middle picture, with lots of brick and cozy areas to hang out with other students. This is a picture taken from near our school. This is the Charles River again. It is a really beautiful city and campus throughout the year, and lots of different opportunities to feel like a university student even though you're in high school, and prepare for that time in your life. So there's a lot of independence, a lot of opportunity to explore with other students. You can go get lunch on the famous Newberry Street, which is 5 minutes walking from the school. And you can also, as I said, walk to the library. We have the seaport, the harbor. We have lots of different opportunities just right around the corner from the school. So why would you want to study at a school like Newman? Our students are intellectually curious. They want to learn about life. So they have lots of different interests. Maybe it's science or math or debate or tennis or running, and it's all supported and welcome here at Newman. During the pandemic, our students had a lot of different ways that they tried to feel better, because we were in a pandemic. So some of our students were baking, some of them were learning about AI and different computer coding activities. And so they brought that back into the school. We've been in person all year and given lots of opportunities to our students to start new clubs together with their new skills they learned during the pandemic. We have a lot of diverse students. From lots of different backgrounds, as I said, with different languages, different cultures. We have a very close-knit community, so we're more like a family than we are a school, where you will know your teachers will know your name, they will know your good days and your not so good days. You can talk to them like a big brother or sister and really feel safe and comforted about coming to a new country, but that you feel like you have a new family here that you will create. We are really supportive of students finding their unique value. So we often say at Newman, we want you to fail successfully. We want you to find joy from trying new things. So maybe you've never done sailing, but maybe you want to try. Maybe you've never been on a chess team, but you want to try. Maybe you've never debated, but you want to learn how to do it, be on a debate team, or our mock trial and learn how to argue with like a lawyer. So lots of different opportunities in different ways, trying new sports, new clubs, new volunteer programs. We really encourage all students to contribute to the community and find leadership positions as well. So if you are interested in applying, this is our website. We encourage you to explore. Because of the pandemic, we're very lucky because most things are now online. So you do not have to visit us and fly to Boston to experience the school. You can experience our virtual tours and open houses from our website. you can reach out to myself or Ms. Divins via email, and then we can begin your process of applying over the summer. If you have any questions, we're happy to take them now. You can also find us through the inquire button on the admissions page on the website, and we can speak to you that way. So thank you so much for listening today. We've really enjoyed showing you our school. We love it. We are very proud of our community and our students and our faculty, and we hope to see you in Boston.
Thank you very much, Melissa. We have received a question. What clubs, societies does Newman offer to their students?
We have a multitude of clubs and societies. So firstly, we have a leadership opportunity within the school where you can work on the student government. We also have a house system similar to Harry Potter, where when you come, you join a house, and we have lots of different games and opportunities through the year to compete in that way. And then we have many, many different clubs. Ms. Divins, would you like to speak to our some examples of opportunities? And then also on our website, we have a list that you can look at because there's so many.
Absolutely. We have a very popular table tennis or ping pong club, a women's empowerment club, a robotics club, an ancient and classical languages club. We have a drama club. We have our newspaper and our yearbook, which are just fabulous. If you're interested in publication and writing and editing and storytelling and things like that. We also have a chess club with an annual chess tournament. And we have an environmental club. We're also adding a climate change focused club next year, a social justice club. We have many a club, and if students feel as though something might be missing, we welcome them to build that from the ground up, and we're there to support them in that endeavor.
Another one is outside of sports too, something called Back Bay Briefing, which is like we have a very popular film. IB film course, so lots of our students love to go around the city and film or do B-roll and photography as well. So it's called Back Bay Briefing, and it's like a joke video every month that they come out with about jokes, and the students create all of this. The running club as well, and junior achievement fishing club from this year. So we tried to get creative during the pandemic. Social justice about clubs where they could stay apart, where it wasn't like our football or what we say soccer in the US, where you had to be close to each other. But we did a lot of things this year with clubs where you still had distance, but you could be together.
So all your clubs are running next year, right?
Yes.
Great. Wonderful. And how about sports? You mentioned some sports like running and sailing and rowing. Is there anything else you can mention?
Definitely. We will have volleyball next year.
Volleyball? Uh-huh.
Yes.
We have a very strong volleyball team, both mostly, I think girls team will be next year and possibly boys volleyball. Our football team, or as we say in the US, soccer, is very strong for both girls and boys. Cross country, running, and then as I mentioned, crew and sailing. And then we have a very strong basketball team for girls and boys in the winter. As well as a co-ed tennis team that is very strong. We have a lot of students at Newman who are very competitive in other sports. And so one thing that is nice about Newman is we can change your academic schedule to adapt to your competition schedule. So for example, we have a nationally ranked figure skater at Newman. She came in 14th in the national competition this year, so she has an altered schedule. We also have highly competitive tennis players and swimmers here that train outside of school, so we can let them go early or come in late depending on their training schedule. So if you have a sport that you like that we cannot offer at the school, there are many opportunities around the community in the city that are only 5 to 10 minutes walk, or maybe taking the subway, such as fencing, squash, swimming, and other sports available in the area.
Wow, great, thank you. There is a question about what is the minimum level of English is required. What English do you require for the Exactly.
It depends on your age. So as you go up in grade, the literature gets harder and the expectation is more difficult. So we want you to succeed, and we want you to be able to succeed without much support in English. So we have a list on our admissions page on the website of expectations of either TOEFL or IELTS, or even Duolingo if you cannot get to an IELTS or TOEFL exam. Usually we like to see at least a B1 level in the CEFR, the Common European Framework. If you're not there yet, that's okay. We do have an ESL team here who can help you along the way, but we want you to be have a strong understanding and foundation of English before arriving to the city. Great question.
Yeah, and what other requirements do you have apart from English level?
All students need to complete the application through our website, and they will need recommendations from teachers. So English teacher, hopefully, a math teacher. If the math teacher does not speak English, that's okay. We can work out some form of translation. And then a third recommendation. So maybe a coach or someone close to you in the community outside of your family. And then we need your grades from this year and hopefully the last 2 years, which we call transcripts. And then we also need a statement from your parents, which can also be in your own language. So Hungarian, Portuguese, anything you would like them to write it in, but something speaking to who you are. And I think that's it. And then we require an interview. So you will speak to myself or Ms. Divins via Zoom.
Okay, good. And so you mentioned that you have IB. You have this IB diploma program in the last 2 years in the school, right? So is it possible, for example, if a student wants to go only for 1 year and then finishes the IB in any other countries?
Yes. So if you want to do the IB diploma, you need 2 years in an IB school. You can do 1 year in our school and transfer to another IB school. You just want to make sure that they offer the same IB courses so that they transfer easily. You also do not have to do the full diploma. You can study at Newman. You can come for 1 year, maybe that's your junior year, and then go back home, your 11th grade year, or you can come for your 12th grade year and get a Newman diploma and then go back home. So you have some options, and we can talk to students about their choices during the interview.
So you not only have the IB, but you also offer the American curriculum for the students.
All of our classes are in the IB curriculum. So they will study next to an IB diploma student or next to a student not going for the full diploma. There are some extra criteria for diploma students, but everyone is with IB teachers. And that just means that you are outside. So if you're in a science class, you're not studying from a book and taking a test. You're actually going outside and taking samples from the water for biology, or blowing things up in the chemistry lab, or building a robot. Or if you're doing reading a book together, you might do a presentation, or you might do a film to show your understanding. So IB just means that our teachers are trained to help you show understanding in ways outside of just the test. And taking it this way. It means that all of our students are interactive and playing and enjoying and loving learning because they're moving and they're communicating and they're working together.
Great, excellent, thank you. What are your expectations for the next school year? Do you have in-person classes?
Yes, so we have been in person all year. We were very, very lucky. We started last August. And we have kept going. So students were in class every day, and we plan to be in person every day starting from August this year.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. It's pretty unique.
It is. We were very lucky, also very strategic. Many of our families and parents work in biotech or at the university, very famous hospitals. So we had a lot of good advice to help us get through the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to ask you if you still accept some applications for the next school year, so 2021-22.
Yes, we are
Yeah.
accepting applications.
Mhm.
We have a few spaces left at specific grade levels. We are accepting applications for the dormitory,
Mhm.
and we are happy to review. I would recommend, because the consulates and the embassies and the visas right now are so sometimes, depending on the country, difficult because of the pandemic, to apply soon, so we can interview and help you with the application process.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If there are no more questions, I don't have more questions. So
Thank you so much, Emma. This was wonderful.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to reach out to us, our emails and contacts are on the website. So kozuno.
Very good.
Thank
Thank you very much. So if you can turn to your local Your Way office too, we are ready to help you, to guide through the application process and help you with any questions you may have. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for coming, both of you, Queen, and have a nice day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.